Hello people, this is an update on what happened last night. It's 3:30 and it's the 9th of January. Yeah, they set on me like the proverbial last night. Spraying me everywhere with poison, parking up behind me, telling me to do things. It's just playing loud music. And they really started like piling it up down there, you know what I mean? So I've parked back up by the T-junction where the water tower is. And funny enough, for some reason, these people, these guys, so-called human beings who play football up here, instead of playing football further down the field, which is where they were when I was parked further down this road, they've decided to play football further up the road on either side of me. I heard one of them shout out whilst they were playing, "You know what we want, leave." Okay? I think it's getting quite obvious what's going on up here, people. And then I don't really get a choice when it gets like this. I don't get really a choice most of the time when I go to sleep, because they keep me up all night, spraying me with chemicals, stalking me, driving up and down, releasing it in their cars. Anyway, so I managed to sort of wake up around about some horrible time, 12:30. Got back to sleep, managed to get a bit more sleep. I didn't get to sleep till about 6:30 in the morning. And it got to about 1:30, and I thought I'm going to roll over and try and get a bit more sleep. You know that feeling when you know you have to, because otherwise you're just gonna, you're gonna feel like crap for the rest of the day and evening. And this jogger ran by and punched the van. Just ran by and punched the van. Yeah, so I thought, right, okay, so make a cup of tea or something to eat. I haven't got around to the eat part first. So it's just a bit of an update, people. I did something to make these stalkers think twice last night, and I'm not going to say what it was. But they backed off quite a lot. What they do is they just drive up and down this long road. They just get people to drive up and down all freaking night. And I know you're not going to believe me. What they do is they release clouds of hydrochloride and sulfuric acid as they're doing it, going up and down. And you might not think it has much effect, but it does. If they keep doing it, you don't get any respite. You know. And with the coordination of spraying it from vans and cars and houses around the area, you know. So I don't know if you can hear them out there, being brave souls playing football, and we're, I understand what's really going on. I've done my homework. I know what they are, and I know what they're doing in neighbourhoods like this all over Bristol. No doubt all over boroughs in Bristol and around this country. If they don't want you there, you get sprayed. The chemical that makes you urinate a lot. You get sprayed with that. You get sprayed with hydrochloride. I really think I got a picture of what's going on now. Anyone they don't want in their neighbourhood, anyone who don't go along with what they're doing, you get sprayed in that neighbourhood until you get ousted out and leave. I go through boroughs in Bristol, and all of a sudden, boom, hydrochloride, that chemical that makes you urinate. And as I'm going through that borough, I think, I wonder who's campaigning here. I wonder what human being they don't want living with them there. I was living in a tip site just outside Bristol in a place called Dealey Road, something like that. And look at my videos, in a tip site out of the way. I managed to survive there for 3.5 months, on and off, until they came along and smashed my windows. Right? If you don't want me to park up in your neighbourhood, then you should let me park up somewhere where I'm safe. You only have yourselves to blame. This programme is big, people. This is the takeover. And they've been preparing for this for thousands of millennia, mate. Like this, It says in the Bible, look out for the signs. You know when the fig tree's ripening. You know when the fruit's coming. When this happening, people. And they're getting ready for it, and they're showing their true colours. They're running by the van and punching it, yeah? Changing your position of playing football so you can stalk the enemy more, you know what I mean? They're driving up and down, you know. Police, it wouldn't hurt, Could you just sort of like make your presence felt every now and again? Just drive up and down. You might even get a few of them. It wouldn't hurt. Anyway, like I said, people, I'm getting something organised. I'm going to go and talk to people from my past, see what's happening to them, see if they're going through the same thing, and do the same as starting to do in other countries now, in Canada. Although God bless you, France, they've been at it for a while, haven't you? And I've forgotten to mention South America as well. Keep fighting too, yeah. This just isn't isolated to Europe, mate. This is all over the world, isn't it? Canada. The free world is waking up. The big takeover has begun. And the thing is, people, that they're coinciding it with the oncoming catastrophes which are coming our way. This is why they don't seem to care. This is why they're not worried about the repercussions. And hopefully, a lot of people are thinking when it goes back to normal, and I'm afraid it's not going to. It really isn't. But you're thinking when it goes back to normal, they're going to pay. But they know it's not going to go back to normal, so they're not worried about paying. You can see in their actions, like a video I saw in Canada of these arresting a priest, a pastor, for not falling into their rules and not doing what they should do. They come and arrested him. A bloody pastor. Um, so one of the things I want to say is that we ourselves, all over the world, should be getting ready for these oncoming catastrophes as well, people, because they're coming. Pose shift, um, asteroid strike. They know. That's why they're not worried about the repercussions, because it's not going to get better, people. It's going to get worse. And I'm worried. I think we should be preparing for this. Christ said he was worried himself because when it happens, it's going to be quick. He said that Christ said that he was worried for pregnant women with child. To get to the hills quick enough, to get to the mountains quick enough. I feel part of me, a very big much part of me, should be preparing for this, and other people should. Yes, I think it says in the Bible that Christ will come and pick up his flock before the real catastrophes happen, but we still have to endure the first part of this, people. We still have to prepare for this. And I see a lot of our energy being put into protesting and stuff, and it's good and it's right. But at the same time, we need to start preparing. We need to start getting our stuff and supplies together, and making sure we can get to high ground, because all around the world, all sea levels are going to be, it's going to be high. Like it says, mankind will see and experience catastrophes he has never seen before and will never see again. And it's not going to happen for a few years yet, but it's building up, people, and they know it, and that's why this is happening. Right, I'm going to have some breakfast and take my medication. I am ill, people. I do have a condition. But yeah, we keep fighting, don't we?